Hey y'all, this is Joe out here at the off-grid cabin at St. Bernard Acres. This is Thursday, I don't know, August 6th, I believe. I'm out here. Oh, it's gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. But we get a lot of beautiful days out here. It gets hot, but they're pretty nonetheless. The purpose of today's visit is twofold. I've got to get measurements, what I need for conduit to come from those solar panels to run underground, and I need the wire length and everything to bring the solar to the cabin. And for when we're using the generator, you know, I bring my big Champion generator, and that thing is noisy. It's really loud. Even parked out in the yard using my extension cord to go to the cabin. And if what I want to try now that welcome inside the cabin. Nothing's changed. We just I haven't been able to make it out here till today, and I won't be doing any work in here until this weekend. I want to test out my theory here, get my measurements, and make sure this will work. My thought is, and I've got one subscriber peeing in the wind, is like all the time asking me why I don't use that new inverter generator that I got. Well, the plug on the back of the cabin, I'll take you around there and show you what I'm going to try to do. It's 30 amp, and my Champion generator has an RV plug, a 30 amp RV plug. So that's what goes into that service panel for the electric in my cabin. I have 30 amp service basically. So I don't use anywhere near that much, obviously. So what I'm going to try to do, I have, this is the plug here that I installed. So I can just simply have my generator over there. I've got a 25-foot extension cord to bring it over here, plug it in, and then that goes into my service panel. What I've got here is a 15 amp to 30 amp converter. And I'm going to try to use this. That should screw on there, actually. I didn't think about that. Yeah, well, maybe. Yeah. All right, I'll be damned. That screwed on there. No, it didn't. I mean, it doesn't have to. It's only temporary anyway. But that inverter generator that I have puts out 15 amp. 1800 watts divided by 120 volts equals 15 amps. Remember, wave, watts equals amps times volts. And you can do the math the other way too if you need to. So that puts out 15 amps of service. My air conditioner in there uses 6 or 7 amps. The refrigerator, if I'm running it, is less than an amp. It's like 0.88 amps. And the fan, the TV, the light, that's all less than an amp. So I'll basically only be using, you know, half of the power of this inverter generator. Now, one of the nice things about it, the Champion generator that I bring out here is a gas hog. it goes about 10 hours on 4 gallons of gas. That's it. And it has to run at full speed to generate 120 volts. This inverter generator, the nice thing about it, it only runs at the speed it needs for what's being drawn. So I'm thinking at running half speed, I should get about 6 hours out of a gallon of fuel versus 10 hours out of 4 gallons of fuel. So it's going to be a lot more fuel efficient if this works. But I think I should be able to, well, brought the wrong extension cord, but this one will work. I don't have 3 things to plug into it. I think this is going to work. Like I said, I don't use 30 amps worth of service in the cabin anyway. It's just that's what the generator is able to put out, and that's what I ran. So, in fact, I think the air conditioner, the fan, the TV, all that's on one circuit anyway, one 15 amp circuit anyway. So, it's an experiment. This is a whole lot quieter, much more fuel efficient. And I think for the times that I need to use a generator out here for the cabin, this will work. So, I'm going to give it a shot. Let me get it set up, get it fired up, and we'll see what happens. So you hear, that's all the noise that makes. And I think when I go inside the cabin, I really don't think I'll much hear it. I mean, this is setting on the deck, of course, not sitting down on the ground where I'll normally have it. So let me go plug everything in and then come in and try it. Alright. Damn, I hope this cord's long enough. I thought it was a 25 footer. And that should get me around. Alright. I'm plugged in to the cabin now. Let me plug into the generator. I'm trying to videotape this for you without a tripod and trying to do things one-handed, which can be a little difficult. So let me plug this into the generator and see what happens. Alright. The inverter generator is running in eco mode. So my service panel should now be energized. And I see the light on the TV, so I know there's power. There's light on the Bluetooth, it's charging. So, turn on little things. There you go. We have light. Check the fan. Out. Okay, the RPMs went up a little bit, I think, on the generator. Let me try the air conditioner. Yep. Cold air coming out. So let's go look at our generator, make sure it's not smoking. Yeah, check it out. So, I don't need to carry that big old generator out here. This one will do the trick. And I'm telling you, once I set it over there by the shower, then, you know, or I can leave it right here on the porch as far as that goes. Last weekend when I was running the big generator and in the rain, I had the picnic table. You can see it up on pieces of wood. and on a block over there, I wanted it to set over the generator, and I took a tarp and put over that so I could keep the rain off the generator. But when I would have to come out here and fill it up, I'd have to break all that down, lift up the table, you know, fill it up with fuel, restart it, then protect it all again. This thing, I can just come out, leave it right here on the porch, fill it up, and never have to worry about it. Because that noise does not bother me. So now, I'm going to try the TV. I brought out one of those HD antennas to see if that works. I don't know if it will or not, but I can't use my hotspot, I don't think. Well, yeah, I can. I can use my hotspot and make a video at the same time. So, let me try out this antenna and see what happens. I'll be back. Well, that didn't work. This is an old TV. This thing is probably from 2013, 2014. And I thought I could stream my Xfinity onto here, but it's too old for Xfinity to work on it, the app. I can't get it to work on this older TV, LG. And I have a cable that plugs into my USB-C on my phone and goes to HDMI on the TV, but Xfinity's smarter than that. You're not allowed to mirror their broadcast, I guess. Because I can sit out here and on my phone watch Xfinity, all the channels, but I don't know how to do it on the TV, and the antenna didn't work, so I guess I'll just continue using my hotspot if I want to watch something. Only do Netflix, but that's alright. I don't need a TV out here. The one thing I'm going to do this weekend, since I know now everything works off of this smaller generator and it's perfect, this weekend I'm going to start on the solar. I've got to get that bathroom area cleaned out in there because that's where the batteries are going. And I'm going to start with the 4 panels that I've got set up outside. That's 1,000 watts of panels. I'll bring those in, get everything set up, get it ready to add my other 6 panels. The only thing I would like to do, I think I can run the refrigerator non-stop off the solar in my battery banks with 2 more batteries. I want 2 more batteries. They've got 2 of them there. They're $100 a piece. I'm trying to figure out if I should spend the $200 to get the other batteries and set up my battery bank one time instead of setting it up with these 4 and then having to go back, you know, in a month and redo it to add 2 more batteries to it. So that's where I'm torn. It's whether or not I should spend the money and get the batteries, because I've been spending a lot of money lately, and you guys know this stuff, you know, it's not a lot of money in the big picture, but in the small picture that is Joe's world, it's a lot of money I've been spending buying stuff around here. So, and then I had to redo the front door at home, had to install a new door. That was fun. You know, do things at home that I'd been neglecting. So, I don't know. I'll probably just set it up with the 4 and get it running. That way I have the power out here. I won't be needing the generator at all, except if it's a very hot and muggy night, I can run the air conditioner. But as far as lights and everything, the solar will be perfect. I won't need any generator for any of that. But I got all the measurements I needed. Got everything working as far as the electric going. I'm just so happy I don't have to drag that big ass generator out here every time. This little one that I can lift with one hand runs the cabin exactly like I need it. So good for that part. Y'all know my address in case you want to mail me a couple of batteries. They're Group 29 DC, available at every Walmart. Because I just bought these 4, I haven't even used them yet. You know, I don't want to use them for a while and then add 2 newer ones to it. I'd rather get the 2 new ones now and have all 6 of them exactly the same and start from that rather than mix them up later. But who knows? I'll have to figure it out. I'll come up with the money somewhere. I always do. Anyway, there wasn't much video here, just showing you a few things and updating you. It's going to be a busy weekend. I appreciate all y'all watching, commenting and liking and sharing and all that good stuff. Try to help this channel grow so I can buy some batteries, damn it. Nah, we'll get them. I'll probably go get them tonight or tomorrow night. I got to drop my van off at the shop because I cannot stop that thing from overheating. And we have literally changed everything. And no, it is not a head gasket. We've already diagnosed that, and the head gasket is not the issue. I think there's still air in the line or the little channels that go through, you know, the engine block to cool it down. I think those are blocked. So I'm taking it into a shop tomorrow that's can pressure flush it and get all the air out of it, because it's hard. I mean, I got 2 heater cores to worry about, and all those lines going all the way back to the back of the van and back to the front. I mean, there's a lot of water that goes into this thing to cool it, and there's a lot of places for air to get trapped. But I drive it, it gets hot. I pull it in my yard. What's odd is I pull it in my yard, I put it in drive and hold on the brake, and I watch the needle going up. I put it in park, rev up the engine, and watch the needle come back down. So maybe it's a problem with the fan, or by revving up the engine like that, it's forcing more water. I don't know. But I'm down to getting it really flushed out. But when I say everything has been changed, literally, thermostat, of course, twice, the temperature sending unit, the temperature sensor switch, the radiator, the water pump, the fan clutch, the belt, the hoses, everything has been changed. And flushed, I mean, I flushed it out to the point of what you can do with a garden hose in the backyard. That's all I'm capable of doing with it. So I'm going to go ahead and spend the money and get it flushed out properly. And then I can go from there and see what happens. But I got to deal with that expense too. So, I should get all of the wiring done, all of the components set up for the solar this weekend. Even if I don't do the battery bank, even if I wait till I get 2 new batteries and then put that part into the mix. It just all depends. I got to figure out who I can steal from. Look at that little bitty budget that I laugh at every month and see where I can steal a couple $100. But this is Joe out here at the off-grid cabin of St. Bernard Acres. I appreciate y'all watch. Blah 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 blah. I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll be back. I'm out.